Bad guy because this is man say bad words for my mom.
Suck it, you son of a
Fucking
bitch.
It's bad.
Combination, uppercut through the middle, hooks around.
The night of September 9th, 2017, in Berlin, Germany, carried the electricity of a major event. Inside the Max Schmeling-Halle, over 8,000 fans filled the arena to witness the opening of the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Tournament. Oleksandr Usyk, the undefeated WBO champion from Ukraine, stepped into the ring with the aura of a rising star, seen by many as the favorite to win the entire tournament. Across from him stood Marco Huck, Germany's veteran warrior, a former long-reigning champion determined to show he still had the grit and toughness to reclaim his throne. For Usyk, it was a chance to announce himself on the global stage. For Huck, it was a battle for redemption in front of his home crowd. In the lead-up to the fight, Huck had promised to rough Usyk up, insisting that the Ukrainian was untested at this level. He claimed Usyk's slick style would collapse under relentless pressure. Usyk, calm and composed, dismissed the trash talk with a smile, vowing to let his boxing do the talking. Analysts debated whether Huck's rugged brawling could trouble the disciplined southpaw rhythm of the champion. By fight night, anticipation was sky-high. The mix of German pride and Ukrainian belief created an atmosphere dripping with tension. Round 1, establishing control. From the opening bell, Usyk's footwork immediately stood out. He circled gracefully, jabbing and probing, keeping Huck at range. Huck tried to storm forward with looping right hands, but Usyk slipped and countered with straight lefts. The German was aggressive, but it was ineffective aggression. Usyk calmly picked his spots and landed the cleaner punches, setting the tone early. Round 2, Usyk's jab finds its home. Huck attempted to double his jab and cut the ring off, but Usyk was a step ahead. The Ukrainian mixed head and body shots, landing crisp combinations. Huck responded with wild swings, but most struck Usyk's guard or missed entirely. Usyk's accuracy and speed began to frustrate the German, who was already breathing heavier than usual. Round 3. Huck pushes forward. The veteran tried to turn the tide by leaning on Usyk in clinches, using physical tactics. At one point, he landed a right hand that excited the crowd, but Usyk quickly answered with a rapid three-punch combination. Every time Huck pressed, Usyk made him pay with precise counters. The champion's composure contrasted starkly with Huck's increasingly desperate approach. Round 4, turning up the heat. Usyk began to raise the tempo, firing off longer combinations and pivoting out of range before Huck could respond. A clean uppercut snapped Huck's head back, drawing gasps from the crowd. Huck's jab was still active, but Usyk walked through it, landing left crosses and body shots that slowed the German's movement. The champion's confidence grew visibly. Round 5, the pressure builds. Usyk pressed harder, backing Huck into the ropes. His combinations flowed with machine-like rhythm, body-head body, never letting Huck rest. The German fired back bravely, throwing hooks in exchanges, but his punches lacked sting. Usyk's relentless pace was beginning to break him down, both physically and mentally. Round 6, defensive mastery. By now, Usyk was in full control. He slipped Huck's wild shots with ease and fired back with pinpoint accuracy. A quick double jab followed by a left cross shook Huck, forcing him to retreat. The Ukrainian's footwork was dazzling, his energy unrelenting. Huck tried to clinch repeatedly, but the referee warned him for excessive holding. Round 7, dominance grows. Usyk's combinations came faster and sharper. He landed thudding shots to the body, then ripped hooks upstairs that snapped Huck's head back. The German's face showed swelling, his legs growing heavy. The crowd roared each time Usyk connected, sensing the fight was tilting beyond recovery for their hometown hero. Round 8, Huck in trouble. The pace was punishing. Usyk battered Huck with shots from every angle, stepping around him and pouring on pressure. Huck's arms dropped slightly as body shots piled up. A brutal left cross landed flush, forcing Huck into the ropes. The referee once again warned Huck for holding, but it was clear the end was approaching. Usyk's punches had broken through his resistance. Round 9, the beginning of the end. Huck was bloodied, breathing heavily, and his output slowed dramatically. Usyk, by contrast, looked fresh, bouncing on his toes and firing combinations with relentless consistency. A sharp 1-2 sent Huck stumbling backward, and Usyk followed with a flurry to head and body. The Germans' defense was unraveling. The Ukrainian crowd in the arena erupted, chanting their champion's name. Round 10, the finish. Usyk came out determined to close the show. He cornered Huck and unleashed a brutal barrage, a straight left down the middle, hooks to the body, and a crisp uppercut that rocked Huck badly. Pinned against the ropes and unable to answer, Huck absorbed heavy punishment as Usyk poured it on. At 2:18 of the round, the referee jumped in and stopped the fight, awarding Usyk a dominant TKO victory. The Ukrainian raised his hands to the sky as his team erupted in celebration. Huck, exhausted and battered, could only nod in resignation. The victory over Huck did not just move Usyk into the semi-finals of the World Boxing Super Series. It signaled the arrival of a special talent who was ready to dominate an entire era. Observers around the world took notice of the way he systematically dismantled a battle-tested veteran, combining high output with surgical accuracy. The fight also revealed another dimension of Usyk, his ability to thrive under pressure in hostile territory. Fighting in Berlin against Germany's longtime champion, he silenced the crowd with skill and composure, proving that no stage was too big for him. In the months that followed, Usyk's reputation grew rapidly. The Huck fight became a reference point whenever analysts spoke about ring IQ and conditioning. Commentators pointed to his ability to throw over 800 punches in a fight, an astonishing statistic for a cruiserweight, and still maintain sharpness into the later rounds. His southpaw stance, constant movement, and ability to shift gears made him a puzzle no one seemed capable of solving. For Huck, the night was painful but also symbolic. It marked the closing chapter of his reign as Germany's top star, but it also underscored the inevitable generational shift in boxing. He had fought bravely, but the sport had moved on, and the new wave was embodied by Usyk. Fans in Berlin gave Huck respect for his courage, but they also recognized that the better man had won.